Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the MAC Studio Fix Soft Matte Foundation Stick. It comes in a package like this, and this is actually what the foundation looks like. It is a stick foundation that you twist up, so there's actually 0.31 ounces of product. It also comes in 33 shades, and it retails for $31. Now, I was on the fence about buying this foundation, and the reason being is because I had swatched this foundation on my hand while I was in Nordstrom's, and it felt like really drying. It didn't feel like moisturizing or soft foundation. It just felt really drying on the skin. So what made me change my mind about buying this foundation was that I had gone on a trip to Waco, Texas with my mom and my aunts. And while we were out there, we did stop by Dillard's. So if you know me, I went by the makeup counter. And I actually saw this sitting on display. And I thought, well, I'm gonna go ahead and try it on my skin, like on my neck. And I went ahead and grabbed the shade that I thought that I was, which was NC35. And I put that on my neck, and when I blended it in, it looked really, really nice. So then I looked at the color, and it wasn't the right color, but I loved the formula of it. So I ended up getting NC40. And you'll see right here it says NC40 on the silver part, but yeah, I ended up getting NC40, and that shade actually worked for me really, really well. So that's what I have on today, and I will say that I have tested this foundation out for about 3 days. I used it like the next day when I was in Waco. I applied it with my Milk Makeup Primer, and I really loved it with the Milk Makeup Primer. I feel like the Milk Makeup Primer, even though it has that grip to it, it still has like that hydration effect. So yeah, it worked with the Milk Primer really well. Now, I didn't get to wear it like too long. I wore it probably for about a good, I would say about a good 8-9 hours, and then I took it off, and in those 8 or 9 hours, it lasted. It looked really good on my skin, didn't make me oily, just looked really good. So then I tried it again, and I tried it this time with the Soft Silk Primer by Fenty, which I've actually been loving because it works so well. It gives like that hydration to your skin, and it also has that little tacky feeling to it, and it feels like a primer that moisturizes skin. So I put the Fenty Soft Silk Primer with this foundation, and it worked beautifully. So that's what I have on today. I have this Fenty Beauty Soft Silk Primer with this stick foundation, and these two work together beautifully. They work together so nicely, and like I said, it worked really well with the milk as well. So with this foundation, I didn't have any issues with oiliness. I didn't have any issues with like it clinging to any like dry areas on my skin. It is a soft matte foundation. When you put it on, it's not a mattifying foundation. It just looks really soft on the skin, and it also has like a slight bit of glow to the skin. It looks very healthy and very vibrant, so I really like that about this foundation. The foundation itself is not a high coverage foundation. It's more of like a medium coverage, but I will say that I was able to build it up to a high medium coverage, which I'm okay with because I can actually add more coverage with my Tarte Shape Tape to those areas where I need it. So honestly, that wasn't a big issue. But just to let you know, it comes off as a medium coverage when you first put it on the skin. So I would say that it's not going to cover up imperfections like on the first go round. If you want it to cover up imperfections, you're going to have to go in with like a second or third layer. I did use 3 layers of this on my skin, and to be honest, I could have probably gone in with a 4th layer because it did not look cakey. It didn't look heavy. It looked very light on the skin. It felt very light on the skin. It just looked beautiful even though I was layering it over and over again. Now, you guys know I didn't purchase it from Ulta. I purchased it from Dillard's, but Ulta does sell this, and you can also find this on the MAC website or in MAC stores. But let me go over what Ulta states about the foundation. It says it's long wearing 24 hours, instantly hydrating, stay true color 24 hours, non-poring 24 hours, non-caking 24 hours, non-streaking 24 hours, non-settling, non-creasing, and it's for all skin types. It says you can achieve buildable medium coverage with this ultra blendable formula for a natural shine-free matte finish that lasts 24 hours. We talked about it being long wearing for 24 hours. Now, most people don't wear their foundations for 24 hours. I know I don't, but I did wear this foundation at the most for 13 hours. And in those 13 hours, the foundation didn't go anywhere. It looked so pretty on the skin. Like I said, no oil seeping through, no issues with breaking up. It just looked really good on the skin. So I was really surprised that I didn't have any issues with this foundation whatsoever. I think that this is a foundation that you could actually wear on a daily basis because it is very light on the skin and it's just really comfortable and wearable. So I will say that I used a beauty sponge with this foundation. I felt like it went on a little bit easier and a little bit better with the sponge, but that's not to say you can't use a brush. It's just what you guys prefer. I prefer to use a sponge with it, and it worked really well for me like that. So let's go ahead and get into the demo. So let me go ahead and give you my real thoughts about this foundation. I think that I pretty much explained it just a while ago when I was telling you guys how it went on, how it performed. I think you guys know where I was going with that. So having said all that, I want to say that I'm really glad that I changed my mind about buying this foundation. Because like I said, I was initially skeptical about it and I really didn't give it a chance. So I'm glad that I went to Dillard's that day, tried it on, and then purchased it because I am super impressed with this foundation. And I know that it's gonna be one of those go-to everyday foundations for me. Thanks again for being here. I appreciate you guys. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit that notification bell and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.